Back at it again, bro. I ain't gonna lie, drop lower rolls, your ass is falling off, nigga. Ain't nobody really watching you for real, from what I can see. So I guess he had to make a documentary of YoungBoy. He was like, yeah, I gotta solve this, gonna put me back on the map, and it did, because this is every. Okay, let me. YoungBoy NBA's top pick. Allegedly, I don't know, bro. I don't know about all that. I'm just reacting.
YoungBoy had 19 people killed. Would you believe me? Right now, nobody has a bigger buzz in the rap game than YoungBoy. His Massa tour reportedly grossed over $70 million and is on track to be one of the top 10 earning rap tours in American history. Only the realest YoungBoy fans would know that YoungBoy hadn't touched a stage since March 2020, right before the lockdowns begun, when his Still Flexin' Still Steppin' tour was cut short after the second stop in Los Angeles. Unfortunately, by the end of 2020, when the rest of the world was being let out, YoungBoy was being put on a different kind of lockdown. He spent the last 5 years in and out of prison and on house arrest, unable to perform, but also making him impossible to kill. But despite all the rumors, he's never actually been charged with murder. He famously caught double attempted murder charges in 2016.
Yeah, I remember that era, boy. That era. That was a good ass era, boy, of course. Just that era, bro.
Something, 16, attempting to avenge his murdered cousin Boozilla. In his most recent stretch, he spent just under a year behind bars after pleading guilty to numerous charges, including federal gun charges.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, like, shit. It's gonna be effed up when I say this, but him going to jail did boost his career, bro. And that has nothing to do with him not being talented or he didn't work to where he's at right now. YoungBoy being big, it was just different tiers. It's different tiers in this. But yeah, him going to jail definitely that's more promotion. It can either go wrong or bad, because you know some artists go to jail and there's nothing that comes out of it. Some, like YoungBoy, a lot of stuff comes out of it. So you just gotta choose your poison. And I know some artists out there think if they go to jail, they're gonna get big promotion. No, nigga, that's don't happen for everybody. You might fuck around and fall off and never get back on again. You might have allegations on the game, all types of stuff. So.
Stemming from a heavily armed music video gone wrong, as well as state charges for a devious plot that saw YoungBoy and his friends impersonating doctors in an effort to get their hands on unlimited prescription pills and drank in the state of Utah. These efforts of putting together a drill rapper starter pack robbed YoungBoy of 5 years of his freedom, but between jail stints, he was on house arrest, forced to do nothing but fight his depression, pop pills, and make some of the most groundbreaking gangster rap that had ever been made. YoungBoy was prolific with his releases while on house arrest and in jail, releasing 7 albums and 7 mixtapes, all of this while battling for his freedom, meaning that even behind bars within just a few years, YoungBoy's work rate had surpassed many of the biggest artists in the world entire careers. But this year, in 2025, he walked free from the federal FCI Talladega prison, getting an early release in March, with one of his conditions being a whopping 60 months of strict probation. And despite his official rap sheet of serious crimes and unofficial title of the Murder Man of Baton Rouge, in May 2025, he inexplicably received a presidential pardon from the slimander-in-chief himself, Donald Trump. Apparently, this was the direct result of lobbying carried out by political heavyweight DJ Academics, who was
that boy Trump, get that boy a pardon. Yeah, Trump, I vote with Trump for that, like giving artists pardons and stuff, but you know, they've been doing that. Joe Biden, I'm sorry. Joe Biden gave his son a pardon his son. So shit, you can't tell nobody who to give a pardon to. Yeah, he got a pardon, even though he was out of jail. He just had restrictions, so that's why YoungBoy could be outside and stuff like that.
The one who asked Trump's son to pardon YoungBoy during a campaign stream.
A lot of people are asking, there's a guy who's a beloved, you know, he's just a misunderstood guy actually. His name is NBA YoungBoy. If Trump gets back in office and this guy's locked up, we gotta throw him to the top of the party. Come on.
This presidential pardon cleared the path for YoungBoy to have a fresh start, not just getting back his freedom, but freeing him from any probation or restrictions that would have prevented him from flying around America or the world on tour. And he would return almost 5 years on from his cancelled 2020 tour in 2025, embarking on his Make America Slime Again tour in honor of Donald Trump. His shows would go from theaters that at their largest held a few thousand people to selling out almost 20,000 person venues like the Crypto Arena, and reportedly reportedly making anywhere from $800,000 to close to $2 million per show, and releasing 2 more full-length albums before the tour even ended, and cementing his place as perhaps the most successful street rapper of all time, with an estimated 31 million albums sold, over 48 billion streams, and a whopping 41 full-length projects in his catalogue at the time of recording. But behind the success, there's a dark secret. YoungBoy was rumored to have been able to make as much as $100 million per year from his insanely successful gangster rap career, numbers that frankly many people would kill for, or perhaps in this case, kill to protect. Like many gangster rappers in this generation, YoungBoy has been accused of having people murdered. In this case, over a dozen people have allegedly been murdered in order to protect his 9-figure gangster rap empire. Actually, it's less that he's been accused of organizing over a dozen murders, and more like he's actually confessed to organizing over a dozen murders, with numerous lyrics over the years seeing YoungBoy rapping about murder and references to a body count that seemed to grow year by year, from at least one alleged body in the mid-2010s when he first started rapping only.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He was like 19 murders. He said, you know, I don't know if it's true or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's personal stuff, but I'm just saying.
Age 16, to seemingly confessing to having 3 bodies and subtracting 2 attempts or losses around 2019, to shockingly claiming at least 3 times to have a total of 7 bodies by 2020. His kill count would appear to rise to 12 plus a child by 2022. By March 2024, he was claiming to be responsible for 15 murders, and apparently he would reach a grand total of 19 bodies by June 2024.
Baton Rouge police are looking into a deadly shooting that claimed the life of a local rapper.
When an unknown suspect in a red Chevy Trailblazer.
G wasn't quick enough.
The shooting death of a local rapper.
Baton Rouge police say the local rapper was shot and killed at his home at Lakeside Villa Apartments on Wellwood Drive after midnight.
The deadly shooting of a student walking home from school.
New details surrounding a violent crime that happened here around 7:15 Saturday night.
Police trying to get to the bottom of a drive-by shooting in Baton Rouge.
Police say someone shot Jason Nixon several times.
Hey, look, hanging out the one that tried to flood along the interstate.
Today, Baton Rouge police named the 2 people killed on River Road last night.
2 people were killed and 2 others were sent to a hospital.
We now know the name of the person killed in a shooting in Baton Rouge.
Police say 24-year-old Deontay Veal was shot and killed.
Investigators say 23-year-old Tremaine Phillips died.
Breaking tonight, 1 person dead after a shooting on Sherwood Common Boulevard.
Person shot and killed along North Acadian. 30-year-old Jawan Alisi was shot to death.
No, that ain't my work, man.
They are looking for information on the shooting death of this man here.
And this isn't some huge secret. In fact, I discussed in my previous video, YoungBoy, Real Killer or Fake Gangster, which I made a couple years ago when his body count was still at 12. But the truth is, YoungBoy isn't the person pulling the triggers and committing these murders personally. He openly raps about contracting killers over 7 times, never even seeing the face of the people doing the hits. Although his 2016 double attempted murder charges would prove that he's clearly capable of pulling the trigger if it came to it. In efforts to prevent him bailing out on his prior charges, the FBI have openly labeled YoungBoy as the known leader of a violent Louisiana gang. And the truth is, he is literally surrounded by shooters at all times, with a number of the most notorious shooters in the South being affiliated with his NBA or Never Broke Again record label and his alleged 4K Trey Street gang and their
Don't you see me right now, baby girl, I'm on the grind. I ain't really got no time to waste time. Baby, I'ma shine.